During Advent, early on in Advent, we celebrate this feast of Saint Francis Xavier. He has become for me an Advent saint. He was one of the first companions of St. Ignatius Loyola, the founder of the Jesuits, and he becomes a missionary, one of the greatest missionaries in history, as a result of someone getting sick. Another Jesuit was supposed to be going to India on mission, and he was taken ill. And St. Francis Xavier was then asked by St. Ignatius to go forth on this mission, to spread the gospel, to spread the faith to the people of India. And he does so, and while he's there, he hears about another nation, Japan, and he goes off to evangelize, to spread the good news there. And then he hears about a great nation, China, and he wants to go there as well. And yet, at only 46 years old, after many years of energetic missionary activity, his life abruptly ends off the coast of China on the island of Sanxian. And so he dies on December 3rd, 1552, in sight of a goal he was never to reach. But like Xavier, each Advent we too are on a journey, a mission, which never fully reaches its goal. Karl Rahner, the great Jesuit theologian, writes, "The term Advent connotes not only an arrival, but also that which is yet to come. The very word itself expresses a strange interpenetration of the present and the future, of what now exists and what is yet to come, of possession and expectation." And so we can't fool ourselves during our journey through Advent that Christ has not already been born in time and now reigns as our Savior, Redeemer, and Sanctifier. So we might ask ourselves, why then do we make this Advent journey each year towards Christmas, a day in which we believe in the mystery that the Christ child is born, not simply some 2,000 years ago, but on this day each year? The reason, of course, is that we are always in that tension between the present and the future. We are already being saved, redeemed, sanctified, but not yet fully. We are all still patiently waiting for full salvation, full redemption, and full sanctification. In short, we are graced, but are still awaiting the fullness of grace, when Christ will be all in all. In the meantime, we are to spread as much light as we can. However, like the Advent candles we light each week, we sometimes reflect only one, or maybe two, three, or even at best 4 flames. The rest is darkness. That is why during Advent, it is good for us to recognize both the darkness and the light. The darkness and the light in ourselves, in our church, in our country, in our world. And to resolve to examine that, to examine our ways of thinking and living, and perhaps to celebrate the sacrament of reconciliation more wholeheartedly during this season. because we have done that work of journeying inside ourselves, examining ourselves. So in addition to lighting our Advent candles, our personal examen, attending perhaps a parish reconciliation service. Many parishes have them during Advent, or perhaps attending the sacrament of reconciliation when it's offered. We might also mark this season of the already not yet, of possession and expectation, by praying for the intercession of our Jesuit Advent saint, Francis Xavier. May his intercession help us, like him, to spread as much gospel light as we can during our life's journey. That is our mission. That's the mission given us by our baptism. And it fills us with joy to be able to do that. It filled St. Francis Xavier with that kind of joy. So let us resolve to go forth each day on mission, and being reminded by our Advent candles to take that light into the world, to spread the faith, to spread the gospel, a gospel of faith, of hope, and of love.